going on, guys? Welcome back to Unreal Outdoors, and today we have a sick, amazing, and an unboxing that I am super excited for. Guys, I finally did it. I got a new float tube, and so let's get into this. I'm gonna be talking about how I fish float tubes, why I use them, and how to treat your own. So let's get this right now, and let's start unboxing this bad boy. Okay, probably gonna set this thing down to do this. Quick, can you see? Oh my gosh, it comes in its own freaking bag. That is awesome. So in case you guys couldn't tell by the logo, this float tube is from the Creek Company. It's my favorite company for the float tubes that I get. All the ones I've used before have been from the Creek Company, and this one is just a new one to upgrade from what I used to have. So without further ado, let's find, oh there it is. I found the zipper. Okay. I'm liking this thing so far. I love this red and green color. You guys can see that right there, the red and the green. Love that. Let's get this thing blown up. So to blow one of these guys up, you just want to screw this up. So there will actually be two things here. Number one is you have that big guy. That's when you're going to be deflating. So we actually want to put this screw head or whatever you want to call it, this plug, fully on. And there's actually going to be another plug that you can unscrew right here on top. This guy right here is actually the plug that we want to get off. This little one on top, him right there. And so I'm going to start off blowing this right tube first, then I'll go to the left tube, and then I'll get the base and the backrest right there. It also comes with a patch kit, which is awesome. But so like I said, I'm going to start with the right tube. Let's do this. Okay. Right tube done. Time to do the left one. Wish me luck. Almost there. Takes perseverance, guys. It takes perseverance. So basically, guys, this is what it looks like with both of the side inner tubes blown up. As you can see, it's basically just a very long inflatable chair, which is practically what a float tube is in like super small, less technical terms. So reasons for fishing a float tube include things like just more stealth, especially if you want to do like a finesse fishing or anything like that. Float tubes kill it. They're so much quieter than a boat or even a kayak, because all it is just float pedal, and that's a very important thing, is how you pedal your feet. So a lot of people, when they're fishing float tubes, think that it has to do something with like pushing and like they try to like almost walk upstairs. It's not what you do. The best way to describe it is it's like painting. You know, you go up, paint, down, paint, up, paint, down, paint. That's the most you want to make with your feet. You want to go up and down, and then eventually get them to, you know, kind of do something like this. You want to get them to be going up and down, just like that. And what that's going to do is that's going to give you a more efficient motion of going forward instead of just trying to walk upstairs. That doesn't do it, guys, and it'll exhaust you. Make sure when you're paddling with your feet, you want to point your toe and then go up, go down, up, down, and you can eventually start, you know, winding it in there all together. Another awesome thing to know about these here float tubes is you do not want to sit in them when they're not in the water. That can actually pop them. It's just kind of a little safety thing. You know, if you sit on them and they're pushing against that hard ground, it can lead them to start expanding and eventually can lead to a pop. So make sure you don't do that. Also, it's an inflatable type of object, guys. So make sure when you're dealing with fishing and you're dealing with hooks, that you are keeping those away from your tube, obviously. Coolest thing about a float tube is they actually have this sick little invention that you guys can see right here. See this padding or this mesh net right here? That especially is really easy to come and bubba fish in, sit them on there, and then work with them there, dehook the fish, do everything you need to do. That right there comes in super big handy and super helpful when you're trying to deal with hooks, because obviously you don't want to try to bump them over here or bump them over here. Bring them in front of you and bring them with you. Obviously, you guys basically, you'd sit right here, here's the seat, feet are out there, bring them up through your legs, and put them right here, and then deal with him, get him dehooked and all that jazz. Also, just like all inflatable type of, you know, objects or whatever it is, you don't want to leave float tubes in the sun, guys. It is basic science that in the sun, molecules expand and things get a little bit more tight, and that tightness can eventually lead to, well, popping. So that's the biggest thing. I mean, the Crete Company and other companies do give you patch kits, but that's not something that everyone wants to rely on. Most people just want to be able to fish in their tubes patch free. And so make sure you guys do not sit them on land, and make sure you do not leave them out in the sun. Take good care of them. The Crete Company makes it super easy by giving you this sick little storage bag. I mean, this is so cool. I've never had a float tube with a storage bag. My old one just came in a box, and that was it. This one's got a storage bag. Heck yeah. So like I said, this is a Crete Company float tube. Makes it super easy. I'll give you guys one more look at this thing one more time. So let's take a gander. Here on the side, you got a cup holder, which is freaking awesome. And then tons of pockets. Here's a pocket back here. There's a big longer one right here on the side that goes in there pretty dang deep. You got another one here on top and another one right there as well on the side. You got these little mesh compartments on the side right there. This right here is actually a little foam pad, which is really awesome for like sticking your flies in and stuff when you're fly fishing. More pockets, more mesh stuff. Here is that mesh sort of net that's really easy to hold your fly line and the boat flip badge, and got the awesome Crete Company logo right there. Then you got your seat right here that you can blow up and push back. You'll sit down here, and then your back will go up there, and that actually comes and straps in right here to hold you guys tight. And it also has extra storage behind the seat. We can put this thing. This thing may be a float tube. It may be smaller than a boat, but that does not mean that it is low on storage. This stuff's awesome. I love packing in like my water bottles and my camera gear on one side of these, and then I put a ton of my baits here on the other side. They can hold big Plano boxes, and now I don't even have to put my water bottle in the back. I can put it right here in a cup holder. Overall, this is pretty much what it looks like. Fully expanded, except for the seat isn't up. That's the only difference. I can lift this up for you guys right here. Just like that. It's a freaking sick thing. I love float tube fishing, guys. So like I said earlier, the biggest thing that you're trying to accomplish with the float tube is the stealth factor. They are so quiet compared to anything else, guys. I mean, you don't have a boat motor, you don't even have a kayak paddle hitting the water. It is so stealthy, and it makes it great for when that is what you need to do to catch the fish. That stealthier approach can make all the difference in your fishing, especially finesse fishing, guys. That's what I do a ton of in these float tubes, and they get it done. And it's not just bass fishing. You can really fish for anything out of float tubes. They're also really good for fly fishing. I mentioned this mesh net earlier. That's actually a really awesome place to hold your fly line when you are fly fishing. So I've caught tons of trout out of them. I've caught tons of bass out of them. I've even caught pike out of float tubes, guys. It is so much fun. Make sure you guys get yourself one. So really, just remember those basics that I told you guys on how to treat your float tube. Make sure you leave it out in the sun. Make sure you don't sit on it on, hard ground. Only sit it in the water. You don't want it to pop or get any damage or stretch, anything like that. Keep hooks away from it. That's kind of basic, but other than that, guys, it's just a fun method of fishing. It gets you super close in the water. It's fantastic for hot summer days because that water cools you off, and it provides a super stealthy approach. This one's from the Crete Company. There's other companies. Crete Company happens to be my favorite out of the float tubes. So guys, make sure you guys go get yourself some and go get stealthy fishing, y'all. If you guys want to look awesome on your float tubes, make sure you go check out Follow the Action Outdoor Lines. I will put them and the Crete Company in the description, guys. You can actually use code UNREAL and get 20% off all of their items in their store. Guys, it supports me a ton. That code is UNREAL. Once again, it will be down in the description with the website to Follow the Action Outdoor Lines. They make tons and tons of awesome apparel, so make sure you guys go check them out. I hope this video helps. I know it was a little bit of a shorter one, but I just really want to cover the basics for float tubing, show you guys what I got, what I like to look for in a float tube, and hopefully you guys can get out there and get one yourselves and start stealthy fishing. So as always, do not forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and happy fishing, y'all.